Hi everyone, it's Roger and Abe here from DisKingdom.com with a highlight video from our recent Infinity and Beyond podcast.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 59 of the Infinity and Beyond podcast presented by DisKingdom.com. Hi, I'm Roger here in the United Kingdom, and here we have Abe there in sunny California.
Hello everybody.
Hi everyone. So this week's show, we're going to be discussing all the new Disney Infinity news, including the new Apple TV version, the Android version, and also we're going to be sharing our thoughts on the Inside Out playset, which is going to be our featured topic for today. So Abe, you had a good week?
Yeah, I've been busy. A lot of work here in LA. So yeah, how about yourself?
Yes, yeah, a very, very busy week, and a little bit of time each night just to try and for the sort of go through the Inside Out playset. And just haven't had as much Infinity time as I wanted this week. Unfortunately, sometimes real life gets in the way, but that's always. But there we go. So a little bit of there's been. I would say there wasn't a huge amount of announcements, but there was a pretty big announcement in terms of the Apple TV device being announced by Apple, and part of that presentation was Disney Infinity 3.0 is going to be available for that new platform, and there's also going to be a starter pack which includes the Twilight of the Republic playset and figures. It also includes MFI controller, which all I can think of is that's going to be like a Bluetooth kind of controller, and also there will be a wireless space, which is I think it's going to be pretty much identical to the one we saw in the Vita starter pack for 2.0. So what did you think of that news from the Apple TV side?
So I was trying to understand this. Is it a brand new Apple TV? It's not going to work with the existing Apple TVs?
No, it's a completely brand new box. It's based on, I think it's like the iPhone 6 processor. It is got its own new software package. Is it tvOS? It's aimed at going to have more hardcore. It's going to have proper full-on games on it. It's basically a full upgrade to the Apple TV. I think it costs. I think it was like $100 for the basic version, and then I think there's two different basins of the hard drive.
Well, I mean, I was going to say I think it's awesome. It's great. It's a new platform. To me, it means nothing because I already have an Apple TV. I'm not going to buy a new one just to play Infinity if I could play it on PS4. But other than that, I mean, it's cool that they're branching out now to these other devices. I'm just hoping it's not one of those iPad scenarios where it's just slow and it takes up way too much space. But
yeah, well, that's the thing. This is the full playset experience. You've got to have everything on there. But what's kind of interesting, and I just read it yesterday, was the differences with these devices is they only have a really limited hard drive space, and everything is like limited to like a few hundred megabytes or something. And games are going to be streamed. That's going to be their way of getting around. Literally just something I read yesterday, because obviously, like, you know, if you've only got like a basic hard drive on one of these like Apple TVs or iPads, you're going to fill it all up. So they're going to be streaming a lot of the content through, which sounds really interesting, which might be why they can do so much more on these games, because they really want to go after like the hardcores, like gamers, because I think they've started to realize that Apple TV or Apple, so many people are playing their games on iPads and phones. They want to try and get into the console market, and this is their kind of sneaky way in, and they're going to try and go in there. But it's a bit interesting because you've kind of got like a Wii controller for it, which is the remote, which is a bit like the Wii, but and then you're going to, like you said, they're going to have a controller that comes with the starter pack. So I think it's going to be very similar to what we saw with the Trap Team starter pack last year, where you kind of get that controller and the sort of the pack kind of thing, and then you get the digital download for the actual game as well. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's great to see sort of Disney Infinity pretty much they were as one of the main games, I think, alongside I think it was Guitar Hero, I think. So they're kind of going after some of the big games that maybe aren't linked into Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo. But yeah, it looks pretty exciting. I know it was a big thing for Disney to kind of get in on the ground level on this, and it could be a big thing. We just don't know what's going to be like with this new console.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I mean, the Apple TV is just such a little portable device. And I mean, when I say portable, I mean I meant to say compact. It's small and tiny. It's not portable. You don't take it with you, but I'm surprised to see something that actually will have an actual gaming device to attach to it. It's interesting. It shows just a little bit of Disney's partnership with Apple on product. So I don't know.
It's certainly going to be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like an Apple TV. I mean, the Apple TV, the whole point of it as well is like playing your TV and your streaming all your devices and stuff. I think best just generally just giving people if you want Apple TV to kind of upgrade to the new machine and you can get all the new games, because I think they've realized that gaming was something that they never really focused too much on previously, but now gaming is a huge thing. And this is the idea. I think it's like playing Candy Crush. I think for some people just to be able to play Candy Crush on their TV, or playing, so many people are playing portable games. And I wonder how many people would actually like to play them on the bigger screens at home if they had that device. And also you can flip between your iPad and your device. So if you say you've got to level 10 on a particular game, you can then carry on where you were on one of the devices. And also you can apparently even use your iPads or iPhones as controllers for the Apple device. So it's going to be interesting where they go. I think it's just very interesting the fact that we're going to have a starter pack specifically for this console or for this device, because that definitely shows that they're going in head sort of strong. This is not just something they just slapped on the side, but it's definitely an idea that they want to go into the console version.
Well, I was going to say, I think it's interesting because it's also an alternative to buying a console. I mean, you're going to be paying, what, $100 and something for this device as opposed to buying a big $500 to $450 console. So it's interesting.
Yeah. The only thing is, I think like hardcore gamers and stuff like, that we use like PS4s and Xbox Ones, etc., and Nintendo Wii's, they're going to be hard pressed to push, I think, us over to a device which might be maybe not as powerful. I think they're saying it's on par with the PS3 and the Xbox 360, which I'm going to be honest, is like that's to me feels old, and like for us, I think we'd be on the PS4 and going, well, this doesn't feel right. But if they get some exclusive games or some different kind of games, because that could be really interesting. I'm liking the idea that maybe it might be easier for me for playing some of the like Disney mobile games rather than using my iPad or my computer, because I just simply can't handle it. It'd be quite fun just to play some of them, like if you could play like DuckTale Remastered or something like Star Wars Commander on the big screen. That could be quite interesting. I'm looking at it going, well, that's not too bad actually, rather than just using your little iPad.
No, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's a great alternative. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, they kind of made the announcement and they kind of showed a quick clip of the Rise of the Empire playset in action, and then JV put out a sort of a quick blog on the official website, just saying a little bit about that starter pack, and basically more information will be coming later. So I think it was for them, it was a big thing to be, because it went global. That story about the new device went on, pretty much every website, and Disney Infinity 3.0 was announced as one of the main games for it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I think some people were expecting maybe something a little bit bigger from Apple, because they've been rumors for a while that they wanted to get into the gaming industry a little bit more and kind of be this new console to kind of get people into their product. And I don't think the actual device has really kind of caught gamers' attentions, because it seems a little bit underpowered.
No, it seems more like just for those who want the entertainment device at home, and just an alternative for gaming. Because obviously, not all gamers have an Apple TV. I don't think a lot of people have an Apple TV. I mean, I'm one of the few who has one that I know of. But then again,
do you use it very often?
We use it to watch Game of Thrones, because we don't have HBO, but we have HBO Now there. We use it for Netflix. I mean, we use it for a lot of things. So yeah, I mean, we definitely make use of ours. So
I think that's the thing for me, because I never really, I don't really buy like iTunes videos and stuff. I'm still kind of like, if I want to buy like Avengers is out tomorrow on Blu-ray, I still would like to go buy the Blu-ray rather than buy the digital. I think music, I sort of stopped buying music years ago because it just didn't seem to be needed like that anymore. But yeah, it's just going to be interesting. I'm kind of more interested in the fact of being able to play some of the other like Disney games and stuff that come out on mobile devices a little bit easier than maybe on an iPad, because I think like something like DuckTales or Castle of Illusion or something like that. I'm still I like the idea of actually having on a controller rather than trying to do touchscreen. So it's going to be interesting. But no, it's going to be a sort of interesting to see where this goes in the future, because I think if this is a big success, we all see how, and Disney already are making a lot of mobile games. I could easily see them transferring a lot of those onto there as part of their Apple product. So no, it could be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think as well as that, for Disney Infinity to be part of that process, to be on there, it kind of shows to me this continuous thing with Disney Infinity, where they want to put this game on as many different platforms as humanly possible. To try and it's that kind of game where they want it on every device.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Do I agree with the need to go to so many devices? Probably not, but it's interesting.
Yeah. The only thing is, I do sometimes wonder is if by going out to too many consoles and too many devices, they, like for example, I think like maybe the PS1, PS4, and the Xbox One game is maybe slightly underpowered because we're having to wait for the other ones. I like the idea, maybe, like I think we've had a few things like the Ewok Village is not in the older version, on the older consoles version. That is the kind of thing that maybe that needed to sort of start looking into is, and that kind of leads us on to our next subject of the Android version has been sort of announced as available now for or sort of pre-register, because it's a free game anyway. But that is just a toy box version, so they take away the playset functionality to offer that on a smaller device. So they have already set that motion up, really, that they can kind of cut things down and do things slightly differently depending on the console, which I think is probably the best bet to go, really.
Yeah, I mean, again, these alternative versions, I mean, whether they're going to suffer or not for being the full version or not, I who knows? But other than that, I mean, I'm glad that, if you're just an Android user, you don't have the console, then you have an option, which is great. But again, I don't know if this is a good move as far as making sure they're in tons of devices. It's just my opinion. It's just I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they're looking at that if they get it on more devices as possible, there's more money to be made. I think the only trouble is a tendency for people to expect the same product on
right
thing. The people, when people are saying, well, my PS3 can't do what the PS4 does. Well, no, because it's not. It's because the PS4 is a bigger console, and therefore you're looking at it and kind of looking, you're getting that different experience on the bigger machine, which is the whole point of buying a new console. Otherwise, we'd still be on the NES. The Atari, was it 2600? Consoles move on, and that's the way it moves. But I think there needs to be that kind of idea that there's different versions and different. I don't think they've really they don't really want to sell that part of it, saying, oh, by the way, the PS3 version is superior to the. Otherwise, you have to go down the Skylanders route of doing like Superchargers, where the Superchargers on the Wii is an entirely different game because it just can't handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. To me, I rather have a device that can give me the game's full potential, and luckily, the PS4 or even Xbox One can give you that at this point.
Yes. Right. Okay. So we're gonna move. Oh, yeah.
Do we know? Sorry, I don't remember. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Do we know if the Wii U has the Ewok Village? No, right?
I honestly don't know. I haven't. No one's mentioned it. I think it's mainly just been the older consoles, because I think the Wii U is kind of like that temple ground between the two, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Right. So we're going to now just quickly move on to our next thing here.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and remember to check out the full podcast on our YouTube channel, and you can also find it on iTunes. And remember to check out DisKingdom.com, and I shall see you guys on another video.